Whoa, whoa. This is the illusion reporting from somewhere on spaced out, spinning swirls. Josh, number one, laying down that first tile. We're going to get the grid going now, aren't we? Oliver, Happy New Year. Here we are. Quentin, Jolly, Andrew Smith, Johnny, Rockstar, Colby, double Colby, dude. That's a double Colby. Bathel, Brady Jones, Brady, Noah, Jimmy, Island, yo, none ya business. Happy New Year's. Well, I think if you're on the other side of the pond, I'm sure Bathel's deep into the new year. I know the Aussies and our friends in the Middle East and most of Europe are deep in there. We're 8:30 on the East Coast, bringing in Wednesday like a boss, dude. So yeah, we're fired up. Top feed, yo. UK, the UK is already deep on the other. So that's interesting. So we have people that are already in 2020. How's it looking on the other side? Anyone who's on the other side, who's in 2020 as of now? How's it looking over there? How's it looking on the other side of the new year? I'm feeling good, top feed. I'm feeling good. I'm fired up for 2020. Let me tell you, dude. What a beautiful day we had here in sunny Southern California, man. It was an absolutely gorgeous day. They would call it what do they call it? The Indian summer, right? It was absolutely beautiful. We went for let's see, how do we start the day out today? No chance. Solid crushing life again. Yeah, we're back. We're back in the rhythm of it all. So we started out today, dude. We had some coffee outside. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Just signed a 6-month lease on an epic apartment in Helena, Montana. Granite countertops and everything. 2 bedrooms, $790 a month. Good for you. Look at that. Blah, blah, blah. Starting the new year out in a rad new pad. Good for you. Good for you. I like hearing that, man. See? Whoa, dude. Johnny, dude. We can't have the yelling, dude. Whoa, tone it down, dude. Tone it down, man. And Last Train to Clarksville, dude. That's a great Monkey song, man. And yeah, you're on a timeout, Johnny. No, we can't. No be yelling here. So blah, blah, blah. Dude, stoked for you. Granite countertops. It sounds nice, man. So we started out today. The bird got us up. We had coffee. We sat outside on the patio and sat in the sun, and Al played outside. And then it was so nice. I picked up my book. I started reading. Yeah, I'm going to start. So, and I picked up the book, and it's a page turner. I picked up this one right off here. Hymns of the Republic by S.C. Gwynn. Want to get fired up, dude? Just read about how dark the Civil War was. So I read for a while, got a couple chapters deep, and then where we go from there? And then we went and took Owl to the park down the street, and he went and played. We got we did some playing at the park for a while. It was beautiful, like just beautiful day today. And then came back. Owl and I hung out in the garage and thought about our Lego city for a while, like what we're doing with our Lego city. And then I swept up the fall leaves for a bit. And then me and the wife, we went for a bike ride down to the market, went and had a cup of coffee, hung out, talked, and came back. And then I paid some bills to end the new year. I paid some bills. Yeah, heist. We're black pilled. We were way beyond red pills. We're black pilled. Have you heard of the black pilled movement? Pill the Golden Gate Bridge with the vortex in it, dude. That's a tall order. You can get a Golden Gate Bridge kit, I think. It's a $20 question, Rockstar. And so I was sitting here and I was thinking about I was going to do a broadcast at midnight to start 2020 off solid. And then I was like, no, we need to end 2019 on a bang, on a super bang. And I thought I'd just do a little retrospect in the year gone by. Will there ever not be another bowl cut? I don't know, dude. Happy New Year, Jack. Dude, by the way, I did a screenshot of some screenshots of your show, dude. You look tight with the Illusion is President t-shirts. Jason Allen, you're in Dublin, Ireland, dude. Good for you. So is Bathel's out there somewhere. We have a lot of high frequency tribe members over in Ireland. Dublin. Peace out. Ignore 2019. We're going to embrace 2020. Should grow a beard. Beard's not my jam. Last time I grew a beard, I was like super depressed. And it was grim, dude. Happy New Year. JG, dude. I haven't seen you around the old stream for a while. Happy New Year. So the year, what a year to go through, man. If I think about last New Year's, I have nothing to think about it. I don't even know let me see, maybe Instagram can refresh my memory. I think Owl and I were up to nothing. We probably went to bed early. So 2019 didn't start out the best. So I look at the ending of 2018 versus 2019. What a radical transformation. What a difference a year makes, man, right? And that's what I would say. No matter how far down you are, just never give up, man. That's the born in Dublin, live in Kitchener. There's the combo right there. And yeah, what a journey this year was. It really was an introspective, radical holding on to the year. So thinking about 2020, man, I think this is just a giant year of potential. Just a giant year of potential. And hey, by the way, as just honest, while I remember, everything on my Etsy site's 25% off going through the 2nd. So a couple of days there, if you wanted to pick up a piece of illusion art, it's 25% off, man. The t-shirts is basically like free shipping plus like 18 cents. But if you wanted to get a piece of art, I think it's like a $27 swing, maybe more. I'm not really sure. 25% off, that would be. I think it's $37 swing on that one. Whatever. So there's a sale going on my Etsy site for those who are into my little, like, let's get 2020 off to a rockin' start, man, right? Let's just get 2020 off to a good positive start. So I'm thinking 2020, right? And I'm like, all right, it's going to be a radical year. There's a lot of good stuff that's just, I feel it, man. You know, especially after last year. Last year was just the regroup of regroups. Thanks for posting that, Bathel. It was a hectic regroup last year. It really was. But we got through Manifest 2020. You're onto it, Stefan 417. I didn't even see it till you put the break between the 2020. We got 2020 vision, dude. So manifest clarity. Manifest clarity, 2020 vision. 2020 vision, manifesting clarity. There it is. Right? Manifesting clarity. No, 2020 vision, manifesting clarity. I'll write that one down in the book. We'll put that one in the book. So we're going to figure out what this year is going to be called. And trying to make a band in 2020. There you go. Squash for Friends TV, dude. All right. What how did that go? It was 2020 vision, manifesting clarity. All right, we got that in the book, dude. It's in the book. Happy New Year. So I was thinking about what I wanted to get done this year. So I did get the new camera. So we're going to be getting a bunch of no balls, no nets. That's on the horizon this year. So no balls, no nets, and pretty fired up with it. Thank you, AO26. We appreciate it. Yeah, when the crush rejects you, it's pearly. But we get through these things. It's funny how life works out, man. You just really never know. So I'm fired up on making some no balls, no nets. There's swell coming right off the bat. So I think I just locked in the minigram to babysit Owl on Thursday. So the swell's supposed to be pumping. And that's a super win, dude. Like winning. And it's like a real swell too. Maybe some dicey wind conditions. So I'm fired up on that. Hey, Cassie, how you doing? Happy 2019 wrap up here, getting into the new year. And so we've all been like sick. It's been funny. Like it's been, we're all just kind of, it's good. We all got our like flu and this and that over for the year. Like I'm feeling good. I'm tip top coming into 2020. So I think one of the things I'm looking to manifest this year is a big shift in my artistic vibe, right? I sort of been just, kind of doing the thing. Maybe I think I'm going to switch. I'm going to try to get into some new mediums now that I have a garage. I could even see myself doing some sort of like weird Lego art. I don't know, but that's not where I'm going. I really think I want to end up at, as ridiculous as this sounds, because it's like the ultimate like sellout, but I want to end up at Art Basel down in Florida this year. I want to have some of my art at Art Basel, right? Like go big or go home, right? I mean, I could say I want some of it in the Louvre, but who cares about the Louvre, dude? Let's get Art Basel with the hipsters and the weirdos and the freaks, and let's sell one of these bad boys for like $500,000, dude, right? So, if they can put duct tape a banana to the wall, the illusion should be down there. And I'm also ready for my TED Talk. I know that, again, it's one of these things like, it's definitely the crowd of people I don't roll, but I've been seeing who's been getting TED Talks, and I deserve a TED Talk. And I'm not even boasting myself that. Like they seem to be handing out TED Talks to every other donkey. So this donkey deserves a TED Talk, dude. I got something to say. I was listening to this dude talk about like sobriety. He was basically quoting from The Hungry Caterpillar. Like that was his TED Talk, was talking about the hungry caterpillar. Nothing about God, no spirituality, but maybe the TED Talk people don't do God. I don't know, man. So I think that's on the list, is the TED Talk, the Art Basel. And again, I'm going to put surfing. So I want to do a surf trip somewhere this year, somewhere radical. That's on it. And how that's going to work is I'm going to put this into the dream machine. Someone's going to hire me to take them on an all expense paid surf trip. What's up, Bird?
I clean up all the stuff.
You're the man.
Come and see.
I'm busy doing this right now.
Just come and see.
I got to go check out. He took care of something in the living room for Daddy. Come on. We got to go because I'm live right now. I got to run to. Let me see. Oh, look at you. You're such a good boy. Okay, I get back. But you can't be disruptive because we're in the flow. Oh, that was the Bird. I asked him to clean up all his blocks in the living room. He nailed it. He had blocks, just was wooden blocks everywhere. So we're so on that level, and then And then you know what this is like is and the thing too, I want to become one of those Lego Goodwill ambassadors, whatever they're called, the Lego people that get the boxes of Legos. Break the chains. Thank you. Thank you for that red. This year's been one hell of a year, still going through stuff, but that's life. Your progress through this year has taught me many things and helped me realize that we are not alone. There are people here to pick each other up. Thank you. Joey R. I mean it. Dude, you said it, Joey R. With life's a team sport, more and more I realize it is we can't do it alone. We really can't do it alone. It really is a unified thing, and we drop the ball all the time. I mean, I think about that a lot, like about how important it is to come through and how we just we'll always miss the mark. But as long as we keep striving forward into this thing, man. What's up, Cal Folks 7? Be up in your neighborhood next couple days, I think. And yeah, I'm glad I could be there in that sense, Joey, because it's that weird thing, right? Like, you know, it's been kind of hectic. You know, I put it out there. I've put the journey out there. So we're gonna start doing a little bit of I was talking about it with my wife, the hologram, I guess. She's still going by that nameplate. But we were talking about, you know, a lot of people go through a lot of stuff as a married couple. And so we're going to start doing some like shows together where we talk about what it is. We've been through it now. You know, it's a radical journey, this life, and especially doing it with other human beings that are it's not so easy, you know, because it's pretty easy to take on the world when you're kind of king of your own universe. But when you have to make it work with other people, it's very tricky. And you got to give to get, and you got to give it up to get it kind of thing. And so it's that thing where I think we learned a lot, and I think we need to share that vibe. You know, it was pretty dark last year at the beginning of this year, like very dark and seemingly hopeless on that level. If you had asked me in 2018 where I'd be in 2000 at the end of 2019, no way would I have envisioned this, you know, but I guess I had stopped at a certain level. I'd stopped doing any sort of future tripping and just one day at a time, right? Just one day at a time. And I think when you slice life up like that as one day at a time, you really do have a better shot at getting through some of the difficulties that life throws your way. You know, I have this friend of mine, and I did an interview with him a couple years back, my friend Lion. And Lion's a young man. He has like this terminal cancer condition. I mean, he's always like coming back from it, but it's a lifetime thing. And one day I'm sure it'll catch up with him. But the dude's the most positive person I know. And and that dude's always like, one minute he's like cruising with the boys, and the next minute he's in the hospital for like 3 weeks because something just, you know, his immune system shot. And, you know, he's got this weird cancer with these tumors that are all wrapped around his like key organs and stuff. So, you know, and there's nothing they can do except like, you know, get it to mellow out. But that guy comes out of these situations with just this very positive and down to earth attitude. And I remember when all of it went down last year or at the beginning of this year, you know, this was one of these guys, like his situation compared to mine is like terminal. And yet he put himself out to me, man, and expressed his love with me and rallied for me. And this is a young guy. I mean, he's half my age, but you know, he's one of those. We have a community out there, and it's just it's sort of amazing. It's sort of amazing, and I would just suggest to anyone who's going through some difficult times is just don't give up hope. But also realize that the the difficult times are what makes life special. I never really understood that before. I think in my youthful exuberance to be a malcontent and a rebel and all those kind of things that Dead and Company's playing tonight. Happy New Year, dude. Owsley Crystal 1970 Garcia, dude. Love it. But you know, I never really realized that it is the difficult times that make it count. You know what I mean? And it's a really cool thing, and that's like Break the Chain says, it is coming in right here. Thank you for all you have done to help the band together. And I have to head out. Happy New Year, Break the Chains. God bless you. God bless you, and thank you, Joey. And that's what it is like I watch you guys take care of each other on the live stream, and I think that's a trippy scene in itself. Is like we have developed our own little world here where we get to be safe for an hour or whatever and just, you know, do whatever. We get trolled and we bash down the trolls, and, you know, we talk smack about this, and then we get real serious about that. And, you know, we go on this journey. And I'm always sort of amazed how it is as the guy on the other side of this camera and this whole thing. Like it's a trippy scene, man. I was down at the I was down at the mall. Remember I was telling you the other day that my wife and we went down to the mall for Christmas Eve just to go watch people and hang out. And I was buying this super bright pink sweatshirt. I should go put it on, but so I was in there buying this super bright pink sweatshirt at some store. And, you know, I was in there shopping, for lack of a better term. And I ran into two Illusion fans. They're like, yo, Illusion, what's up? And, you know, but I was sort of in like civilian space, if you will. You know, I'm like clothes shopping with my wife. And I don't know, I got like normally I have like a whole scenario. Hey, how's it going? What's your name? And we get to talking for a minute. But I was sort of like in the middle of something, and I said, hey, and like the first guy was like, hey, well, what's up, Illusion? I was like, hey, and then his buddy was like right there, and I was like, well, hey, and then I was like, oh, what's your name? Because and then I was like, I kind of forgot to, like, and they were friends, and I think their dad was there, and I like 5 minutes later, I'm walking with my wife, and I'm like, was I rude? Like, did I just didn't feel like I was like I did my thing right. Because it is like a thing, and I respect it. You know, I truly respect all of you out there, and especially when I have the opportunity to meet one of you in my randomness of life. And you know, I'll stop everything to sit and chit chat for a minute, because I think that's the well, it's not that jammer. It's not always about being on. It's just about extending the courtesy. You get what I'm saying? Is I forget, right? It's easy to forget where you are in time and space, but I met these like people, like, because we are a tribe. It's not like bumping into someone who's like bugging you for like spare change or something. It's like this, we're part of a community that's been developed around doing this. And so like, but you know, I was like, no, it was super cool, dude. Like they were stoked and this and that, but I like, there was just this weird thing where like it happened so quick and I was in such motion. I felt like there was an opportunity missed. Right. And sometimes the opportunity is just, like I said, I didn't slow it down enough to access the name tags, if you will. Like I slowed it down enough for person number two, but number one, I didn't get his name, and it kind of got lost in the swirl. And that's what I mean is stoked. Ed Lewis, thank you for the pounds. Stoked for 2020. So that was just another reminder of just how interesting it is out in the world of, because I think I see like other people like not want that. Like, and I don't mean not want it, but not respect it. Like I truly get stoked every time I bump into someone. It's like, yo, Illusion, what's up, man? Because I know it doesn't come from any other place, but like a super high frequency positive vibe, because haters just don't do that. I have yet to get socked in the melon, but who knows? Amy from Ireland. We got a lot of Ireland in the house tonight. I visited California in 2010, spoke to everyone. It was rad, especially the Vietnam vet on the Santa Barbara Pier fishing for great white. Yep. The Cowpoke 7, dude. Look at this. That's going on. No yelling, dude. No yelling. So yeah. So I was just, I was thinking about that space, because it's, so coming into back to the manifesting dreams for 2020, right? So the Lego ambassador thing, because I've been seeing what's going on. So I want to blow up my Lego channel, not for any other reason than just I fully enjoy it, and I want to angle in on that Lego. I want one of those boxes. Let me tell you, like these guys get these crazy boxes of the new stuff. Like I want to, I like my reviews are always like after the fact. I get fired up on it. I was talking today about, I was in the supermarket today. We went to get some food for dinner, and there was just people drifting around in the supermarket, right? And just drifting around, and they're walking in the wrong lanes, and they didn't really seem to know where they were at. And it always strikes me, I'm like, it's weird, man. Like there just is this aimlessness in our society or our world culture right now. And I kind of think that like I see so much potential in myself, and I see so much potential in all the people around me. And we don't have like a big cause. Like we're not going to like explore the solar system, or we're not doing any of these things. Like all the big cause people have sort of like hoarded it amongst themselves. And I was just thinking about what humanity would do if we all woke up in the morning and we're like all part of something like rad, like we're going to get up and do something cool today, man. You know what I mean? And we are part of something bigger than ourselves. And I know we are on a spiritual level, on a God level. Like we absolutely are intricately moving things. But sometimes I think about the actual potentiality of the human condition, and think that maybe like that's one of the things that we're all lacking. I think we all want to be part of something. I think that's why we're all here hanging out on this stream right now. Is like we're all part of something right now. For our little bit of time that we share, we're part of something bigger than ourselves. And I think that's a nice thing. But I also think that like our inherent nature as human beings is we want to build things. Like we want to build families, we want to build relationships, friendships, cars, airplanes, buildings, bridges. We want to build things, and we want to grow things, and we want to nurture things. And I think we're like, we as a society, I think why people are falling into addiction and depression and obesity and obsessive TVing and the whole thing is because we don't have a thing we're building. So like a big thing, not like a house. I mean, like a big idea, like a big, I'm one of those, like I would be like, have you ever seen the thing about the guy who's cloning the giant trees, and he's moving the redwood trees further north? There's this dude, he had died in the hospital and came back to life. And his big thing is he clones the giant redwood trees, and he moves and he plants them further north for, the migration, because, the trees can't get up and walk. So I was thinking about this guy, and I was like, wouldn't it be rad if we were all waking up every day, like to heal the planet? Because I'm not a doomsdayer. I'm not a climate guy thing. That's not me. But I'm definitely like, we've harmed our planet. We've harmed our ecosystem. We've harmed our little spaceship. And I just would, it would be so rad if like we just all came together to like clean it up, man. You know, just like imagine if everybody on Spaceship Earth just like woke up and we're like, let's pick up the trash, man. You know, let's rake up the leaves in our yard. Let's clean up the clutter kind of thing, and take care of each other. But you know, that imperative, I guess, isn't here yet. And that's why I always like, I listen to these people trying to like preach about like the climate extinction thingamajiggy, dude, whatever the con job is this week about the doomsdayers. But none of them are ever like giving you this proactive like thing of like, hey, you know what, wouldn't it be rad if we all did this? And that's where I guess that's my main objective in this whole thing I do on YouTube is I truly believe, like I'm a true believer in humanity. I'm a true believer in God. I'm a true believer in sobriety. I'm a true believer in family. I'm a true believer in freedom. I'm a live and let live kind of guy. I'm a like do your own thing. And when I hear these people talk, like I'm right there, I want to be like, yeah, like let's go clean up the planet. Let's save the rainforest. Let's do all this. And then I hear it's always, you know, you need to buy this, or you need to give your money to us over here. And you need to, you know, keep your interest bearing currency going. And I'm like, really? Like we're not going to do anything. Like you think about those people in like World War II, right? In World War II, the freedom, like they used to do what they call them, the Liberty Gardens or the Freedom Gardens or whatever. Like, you know, because we were in a shortage of resources during World War II, everybody would grow their own gardens at their homes to feed themselves. And I think of what if like, I remember, all right, remember 9/11, right? Remember like after if those of you who were here for 9/11, remember after 9/11, the big advice from the president, remember when Bush came out, like, you know, 5 days later, he's like the big advice, like the big advice from the president. He was like, go shopping. And if you see anybody climbing into a plane, a crop duster, call the authorities. Like that was our advice from the leader of the free world after we had been fully like terrorized. There wasn't any like, hey, like, let's go and like, everyone needs to go plant food in their yard and go clean up their backyard and get all the resources organized. And everybody needs to go to their neighbor and introduce themselves. Imagine if the response from 9/11 had been, everybody needs to walk outside their house after this speech and go introduce themselves to their neighbor and decide what kind of crops everybody's going to grow in their front yard. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of thing why I don't listen to these leaders or any of these people. It's like, I just want someone to come along who's like, because I guess at the end of the day is like, I'm just like your average bear in that sense of like, I want to be inspired. I want to have someone be like, dude, you should join this thing. And this thing's going to make it rad around here. And I'd be like, yeah, I'll play along. Like, I want to play along. Like, I think that, is that Jordan Richter? What's up, Jordan Richter, my friend? Hey, buddy. Good to see you. And yeah, it's called mockery. I know. So I think about that. Jordan, man, I think about you quite often, my friend. And I think about these things, and I think about how hard it is for us as human beings, because we are adrift. Like, we really are adrift in the sea of humanity. Like, there's no leaders, there's no focal point of energy. It's really just figure it out for yourself and hope you don't make like catastrophic mistakes along the way. And I think we waste a lot of time like trying not to make catastrophic mistakes along the way and then falling down and picking ourselves up. And instead of us being like, all right, man, we're like moving in a like solid direction. Like everybody's kind of like on board. Yeah, everybody's on board, man. Jordan's on board. That's a dude I like talking to, man. We need to talk on the phone, Jordan, man. I haven't talked to you in a long. Been through a lot lately, man. I know you go through it too, man. I'd love to catch up with you in the new year. And so I think about these things, and I see it in the skateboarding world. I get glimpses of it with the DIY concrete thing, right? Like the DIY concrete thing is what I'm talking about, right? Like a bunch of skateboarders being like, let's all get together and build our own skate park on our own. And, you know, they find some crappy piece of ground somewhere and they pool their pocket change together and buy some bags of concrete and stack up some tires and dirt and rebar and make concrete happen. It's going over all of, there's this one I was watching in Poland or somewhere. And I think about like that movement, like the DIY skate. And I look at those DIY skateboarders, right? Like Mark Scott and Monk and then all the dudes down in San Diego and the guys under Channel Street and the FDR crews and those dudes who built that thing in the basement in Europe. And I look at all these DIYs, the guys up there in Quebec at Project 45 and all the DIY skateboarders. And I go, imagine if those dudes were given full permission to like build spaceships, dude. Right? I mean, theoretically they are. I've always tripped that skate parks are like landing pads for spaceships. Like they actually fit the bottoms of spaceships. That's a whole nother thing. So, but they really are building like time travel machines. The skate parks really are. But I imagine all these DIY skate park guys, if they were given control of like some real like equipment, like real technology and equipment, what they could do, man, like that can-do spirit, man, because it's not an American thing. It's a world thing, and the skateboarders do it wherever they do it, man. So that's the rad thing about skateboarders. Anywhere on the planet, there's skateboarders. There's a bunch of people like doing their own thing and cobbling together the resources to build their terrain to skate on. But imagine if these guys were given like, I don't know, abacuses. But you get where I'm going with this whole thing is it seems like our least creative people are running the show, and that's the end result we've got is we're lacking. All the creative people are you know, scraping dollars together to buy bags of concrete to build their own skate park, and all the uncreative people are running the show. I was listening to that guy, that you know, Mr. Rockstar Scientist, that Neil deGrasse Tyson guy, right? And I'm like, dude, that guy epitomizes pseudoscience. Like, yeah, he's all about it and this and that. But I'm like, that guy's not doing anything for us. That guy's telling us what we can't do. Like, if you really listen to a guy like Neil deGrasse Tyson, that dude's really telling you what you can't do. And what you can't do is because he's smarter than you type of wavelength. You know what I mean? That dude's so much more like on it with the solar system. You can't do it. Like, have you guys seen the documentary about the dude who does the steam-powered rocket, the Rocket Man documentary? That guy's my guy. I love that guy. That guy is like my American hero. Just some dude who's like, I want to go see if the Earth's round or flat. I'm going to build my own steam-powered rocket ship. I'm going to go out to the desert and I'm going to go launch it into the sky, man. And I'm going to do it with my duct tape and my like stuff. And I'm going to get some people behind me and we're going to go do it. Dude, go see. He's the Rocket Man's a farce. Nah, dude, that dude's legit. I like the Rocket Man. Oh, when we were talking about someone who's the fraud. Oh, DeGrasse Tyson. Yeah, he's a farce. So, but I get fired up on the Rocket Man, that dude out in the desert. Like, I imagine if the Rocket Man was given real technology, like here, dude, here's a lab and like some like gear, instead of that dude's down there at the salvage yard, like finding pieces of scrap metal to make his little rocket ships, dude. And that dude's going for it. This dude's fearless from what I can tell. And, that's what I mean about the human condition. So I think in 2020, right? I think one of the big things I'm about 2020 after getting through 2019 is being very hopeful. I think we live at a time where we're being convinced that it's over. We've got 7 years to live, says the Green New Dealers, dude. And we only have, it's all doom and gloom and Orange Man bad and Crazy Lady good and all this nonsense. I think the clouds are going to part for a minute. And we're going to get a chance. And we're going to get a chance as humanity to make a determination about who we are. And it might just be our own personal path, right? Like, I think, the outside world's a reflection of your inner self. But I truly don't see it as a bad scenario ahead. There's just something about it that just tells me you could get all you could look at the accumulate. You know what makes me hopeful? All right, this is going to sound crazy. Those people in the church in Texas, man, I don't know. They took care of their own business, dude. When that one dude came on and was someone came to do us harm and it really sucked, but I'm paraphrasing. But we had to do him harm and it really sucked. There was no vengeance in that dude's voice. There was just a humanity of man, this is the trials and tribulations of being a human being. But I think we all have to take our own authority back. That's what I mean about being super hopeful. Not sensing anything, USN. Been down with the tribe for a few years. Thank you for your insight and expansive conversations here on Spaceship Earth. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And so I think that we're at this point where it's not about burning down the system. That's my one thing is I hear too many people want to rip it down. I think that all we have to do is empower ourselves. We have to realize that the buck stops with us. The buck stops with you. The buck stops with me. Yeah, you are the president of your own reality. I'm president of my own reality. But what I do with the leadership of myself determines the fate of the thing. And I think we have a time where in order for all these things to go where I'm talking about, we have to take personal responsibility for ourselves. The big plan can't come into play until we've decided that we can be responsible for ourselves individually. And then we can be collectively responsible for our families and our street and our neighborhood and all these kind of things. And I think that's why most people are afraid to go meet their neighbors or go talk to the people down the street, is they're not sure about themselves. So I look at the future and I go, you can quote FDR, right? There's nothing to be afraid of except fear itself, right? Bad paraphrase, but what's up, Bird? You coming in to say hi? What do you got? What's your bun and your Kanga? Yeah. Yeah? I'm going to put them back in my room. Okay. I'm going to be quick straight back here. Okay, you be cooked straight back. And so I can't get into they get me under my skin sometimes where I can get it sketched out as the next guy. But I think that I think we're all okay. That's why I'm like, 2020 is like our year to just be okay. We don't need to buy into their insanity, but we can participate in the experience of their insanity. Like, we don't have to react to those. God helps those who help themselves. Truth, Jordan, truth. And what I mean by this is, like, we have to embrace it. The monkey show out there, like, it's coming full court press. Like, but in order to, like, to do the thing is, like, we don't have to sign on to their story. Like, we can participate. We don't, but we have to be able to let the wall stand here of what we're willing to accept. Because their system's based upon fear, right? You go ahead and make the because that's the way I think. Like, we're afraid to look at what they're doing because it really does make us angry. When you see that the main event on Spaceship Earth is this ridiculous song and dance, it's alarming because it doesn't seem in context with fresh drinking water, right? When you really get down to the brass tacks of, like, what's the most important thing that a human being needs is fresh drinking water, fresh air, clean food, and lots of love, man. You want to grow up a human? That's what you need. Jordan, thank you, brother. Thank you. And so I think about that. And I think that's why, like, it's almost the inverse of what I was talking about with, like, the DIY guys. Like, we're living in this space where we're actually watching the opposite go down, as the dumbing down of our potential. And I think most people are afraid of that. I know it freaks me out because like I feel the weight of it. And I'm like, oh, dude, like, what is that all about? And then I got to shake it off like a wet dog, right? I got to shake it off. And then I go, okay, what's it all about, man? And then you get these moments of, like, humanity with your fellow human beings because you haven't put them in a box. You haven't labeled them as this, that, or that. They're just our fellow human travelers. And yeah, it's complex, man. So I'm going to embrace 2020. I'm excited about it. Like, I have no big plans, no big things except to stay loose, man. To stay loose. And love you, Jordan. Okay, let's talk in the new year, brother. Happy New Year, Jordan. It's going to be a big year for all of us. There we go. We got the first one. Let's just. And then, so. Yeah, it's funny, dude. But that's what I mean is what's your favorite drink, man? I'm a big glass of water kind of guy. Uh-oh. You're banned.
Where did this come
It
from?
probably came off one of the ships. It's okay. It'll go back on. 69. Tomorrow. Oh, I forgot. Whoever just put tomorrow is 10 years sober, man. I forgot tomorrow is my 10-year anniversary of sobriety, but we're not there yet, man. Don't count your days before you experience them, right? 12 and 12 a day, dude.
I don't know how this connects.
You don't. Wouldn't it be a kick if this was the actual the real DJT on the What's that? You need to put that?
This one fell too. It's just they just.
Okay. That's all right. Well, they don't like the carpet that much is the problem. They're not really like carpet.
Well, the dragon is a carpet animal.
Well, yeah, the dragon likes the carpet, yeah. Well, I think I got sort of my thought out. But yeah, 10 years, man. Eli, almost a year off Xanax. Good for you. Good for you. Water's really good, dude. Nightbot hasn't smoked weed for 35 minutes. Good for you, dude. You'll be ready in about 25 more. I'm doing a little bang with you guys. I was doing bang and mint tea.
Daddy?
Yes.
Can I take this thing right here, Daddy?
Yes.
Can I take this thing off
Yes,
there?
you can. I know it's pretty trippy, Jack, how the Legos have come.
The instruction can show how this comes off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the cycle continues. That's why I got a couple of the old Lego sets versus the new Lego sets. It's pretty interesting, man.
The ones I had for a long time.
Yeah.
Are the old ones.
Yep. The ones you've had, you hear the wisdom back to the ones I've had for a long time are the old ones. From the mouth of babes. So,
Did you build another one of these?
I do have it. Yeah.
Look it. Do you see it? I already got it.
Yeah. That's the one I reassembled. We're just missing one part.
Where is it?
It's this. We're missing one of those, and then it'll be complete.
Which one?
Which one? See this part right here?
Oh.
Yeah. Once I find one of those, we'll finish it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Just dig for them, and then when you dig, you'll find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you dig, you'll find them. Dude, I really liked your vid where you're talking about beautiful old buildings versus new. Oh, dude, the building thing. Thanks for the love on the bold cut, DJT. No, the thing about the buildings has really fried my circuitry, man. I can't stop looking at the buildings around me and being like, what is this stuff, dude? This is just prefab, dude. Old buildings are so glorious. But that's the weird thing is when you get the thing is like, see, all right, again, on the final note with this, because I probably got to wrap it up and go cook some dinner. But like I think the old buildings represented that thing that I was talking about. A bunch of people who got up in the morning are like, yeah, let's go build some rad stuff, dude. You need an orange hat like Steve. I used to do the red hat. That was my thing for years. I'm pretty sure Charlie Sheen swiped the red hat for me, but I don't know.
Daddy, can I get that?
It's funny. What's that?
I'll put that. I'll put all this stuff back when I'm done with it.
Okay, you put it back when you're done with it, Bird. That's fine.
Can I get the blue car?
Yeah, if you can get it.
I can carry it.
All right, do your thing back there, Bird. Let's
How
see.
can I do this?
You got it?
I can move this box.
Yeah, move that box.
So I can get it.
He's gonna get it. There he goes.
Look, Daddy.
You got it?
Yeah.
Whoa, the big Lego V-dub.
It's a transformer. The transformer.
Yeah, the old buildings, dude. Name drop. Who we name dropping? Come to Wales. We're surrounded by castles built for war, but while they see, I don't know, man. I don't know if I buy into the whole historical narrative anymore, man. I don't know, man. It's trippy. I'm reading this book right now, which is totally like, I'm a chapter and a half into it, and it just totally fries your circuitry.
Daddy, we need some food in here too.
Okay. In the cooler?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put some of those carrots and a turkey in there.
And we can actually put a hot dog in there too.
Yeah.
If we bought a Lego set that has a green car.
I have the little container with all the food pieces.
Ooh. Put lots of food in there and a lot of
They
drinks.
love that.
Look at that surfboard.
We're just out there. Also, what do you got, Bert?
Surfboard.
Surfboard.
You like surfing.
Are you fired up for the new year, Bird?
Yeah.
What do you want to do this year?
Play all day.
Play all day?
Yeah.
Is that your plan for 2020?
Yeah.
Play all day?
Yeah.
You can't deny that, man.
Where are the pieces coming from? And where are these pieces coming from?
Yeah, from there, huh? What'd you do today?
Play all day.
There it is. Hey, there it is. We just heard it. That's 2020. Let's play all day. And that doesn't mean like that we can't play at work and play with everything we do. I think we just got to wear it loose and embrace it, man. Solid plan. Play all day, right? 2020, play all day.
Daddy, how does this thing open with the towel?
I don't know, man.
I want to see it.
It's you got to like take the roof off and get in there. It's a whole process.
I'll take the roof off.
Never grow up, man. Well, you can't do the Toys R Us song anymore. I think Toys R Us might be coming to come back. I'm here in England, 2020. How's it looking, Uncle Chael?
Wait, hold on.
No, we're gonna win 2020.
2020
for the
Where
win.
did this come from?
I don't know. From the windows there. He's deep in Lego. I might have to. Time for play all day coffee cups, dude. Yeah, I got to do. I forgot. I still got some last year's coffee cups. I can still say that. No, this year I got some of this year's coffee cups still. Happy New Year. Formerly 1972. You changed your wandering slee stack. The slee stack, dude. The slee stack. I'm trying to get where the slee stacks are from. I want to say Dr. No. Is that a reference to Dr. No? The slee stacks? Play all day. I felt that, man. That was for real too. That wasn't like half measured, like let's play all day, dude. That was like play all day. Play all day. What's a slee stack? I'm pretty sure Land of the Lost. That's it. Land of the
I
Lost.
got the wheel out of the car.
Yeah. Are you gonna hey? How many pieces?
100,000.
Yeah.
I think 150. How many pieces does that
I don't
have?
know. A lot.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song to sing right now?
Broken Wings.
Can you do it for us?
No, I'm playing with it right now.
He's just quite the singer and the dancer. 2020 for the win, dude. Yeah, I'm fired up. That's all I gotta say on the wrap up here, because I'm gonna wrap it up, go cook the family some dinner. I'm fired up on 2020. I'm fired up on all of you. I'm fired up on what we're doing here. I'm excited to make some no balls, no nets video. Bird's very enthusiastic. Skillet 88. He is very enthusiastic. It's funny. He has developed a level, his new level in the last 3 weeks, where he's just fully changed, like, intellectually speaking. Like he's very quick.
Daddy,
He's very sharp.
6 days I'm gonna be 5.
What?
In 6 days I'm gonna be 5.
6 months. 6 months, you're going to be 5. You no need to jump ahead, dude.
Like that, I can't put this back.
You're already growing up way too
Daddy,
quick,
This is
man.
tricky to put back on.
All right.
So tricky.
So tricky. There we go. There you go. Well, okay. There we go. Boom. Tricky. It's what's your favorite band artist? A lot of them, man. Look at hers.
Ready to leave.
Play all day, 2020. Play all day. You're welcome, Joe. Wow, that's pretty heavy, dude. Right on, Joe. Gnarly, man. Glad you're here with us, dude.
Right on, blow.
Yeah, Was that what I thought, Nightbot? Like it fully like slipped under the radar. Bird don't want his hair. He's got his wings. He's got his own thing going, man. He's not gonna let me go anywhere. He didn't have to give himself a bowl cut if he wants one.
I don't like bowl cuts.
What?
Nar. I don't want a bowl cut. No bowl cut. I just want to brush my hair.
There it is. That was my Steel Panther for you. Much love, Joe. All right, I'm gonna sign off here, everybody. Hey, be safe tonight. If you're out and about, man, remember there's no need to drink and drive. There's Uber, Lyft, call a friend, whatever you got. Be safe out there. Watch out for those who are drinking and driving. And remember, man, use the name tag, love one another. And remember, I'm gonna delete this one here because obviously there's something just not quite right about that on the final note. Happy New Year. Much love. Hey, everyone, take care of each other. All right. God bless and good night.